What's happening, everybody? This is going to be another episode of the Black and White series. If you haven't seen this series before, pretty much all it is I do very minimal editing across the entire video. I put everything in black and white, and I just like to talk about a certain topic, usually having to do with weight loss. And in this video, I want to talk about probably the most, not probably, it is the most important moment that you make while trying to lose weight. This moment happens every single day and many times throughout the day while you are trying to lose weight. While you are losing weight, this moment happens continuously over and over and over. And that moment is the split-second time frame that you make a decision of what you are going to do. Because everything that you do while losing weight is a decision. Everything you do during your day, no matter what you're doing, is a decision. You made a choice. So, for example, let's say you went to sleep one night and you were feeling really good. You were feeling great. You were feeling motivated. You were like, oh man, tomorrow morning I'm going to get up. I'm going to start this. I'm finally ready. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat right. Everything's going to be awesome tomorrow. You go to sleep and then you wake up and you're like, wow, I am tired. If I remove these sheets, I'm going to be cold. It's dark. It's early. I want to still go to the gym, but I don't feel like it. And it was that moment, as soon as your alarm went off, you had a decision to make. It was get up and go or stay in a warm, cozy bed. And you will always want to do the thing that is more comfortable. So trying to eat right and maybe eating something you don't really want to eat because it's not as tasty as a Big Mac or something like that, the decision you make to do what you know you need to do to be where you want to be, that moment is the moment that you have to decide what you truly want, what matters most to you, and what is going to get you closer to your goal, and you have to decide in that moment. Now, for a lot of people, this moment is something we don't pay attention to because you're not used to thinking about everything as a minuscule split-second decision, so we fall into our habits. And when you fall into a habit of just doing what is most comfortable, then no, you will never reach a goal. Because doing things that you know are going to be hard, your body and your brain are like, whoa, slow down. Let's go ahead and stay in bed. And instead of going sweat and be out of breath, we're going to chill right here because that's a whole lot more, comfortable. And I don't really feel like doing all that. So you have to remember that you can actually control every single one of these moments. You are in control of every single decision that you make throughout the day. Every single one of them, you decide what you want to do. So I'd like to use the example, if you haven't seen my video where I talk about my binge eating, you can just type in Fat Meets Fire binge eating. I'll put a link in the description. But this video, I want to bring it up because it was something that I didn't really know that I was doing until later on, but I talk about how I felt like a prisoner in my own body. So even if you don't deal with binge eating, but you just feel like you struggle with something and you're never able to overcome something like losing weight, I think this video might be able to help you out. Go check it out. But pretty much in this video, I talk about how I had lost a tremendous amount of weight very quickly. And I started just binge eating and eating thousands and thousands and thousands of calories and rapidly gaining weight back. I think I had gained like 40 pounds in under 2 months. And the thing that I was so scared about is because every time that I would want to go and binge, so this thought would come up because binging, when you do it, at the moment you're doing it, you don't feel bad about it. You feel good. You're like, oh, I'm eating all this food. I get to eat a whole thing of Oreos. It's like a dopamine rush. But it's the after effect that you're like, oh my God, why did I just do that? So when I started to take back control over the thoughts of just go and binge, it's something that I used to think to myself that really got me down was I was like, man, you can't even lose weight right. I had never really accomplished much of anything in my life until I lost weight. To me, that was a huge accomplishment. I had done something I had been wanting to do, and I finally lost weight. And then I started binge eating and gaining the weight back, and I'm like, dude, you can't even lose weight right. You know, what's the point of you even trying to do anything? What's the point of life? I mean, like, you can't accomplish anything you want to do. And I would just beat myself up and beat myself up. So every time that I would want to go throughout a day and not binge, I would fall into the habit of beating myself up and saying it's not worth it. What's the point? Just eat the food, gain the weight back, screw it. Let yourself down and just go about your life because there's no point. But it's these thoughts that you need to realize you can change and you can control and you can continue to reach a goal. So when I had this moment when had gained a lot of weight back and I was like, you know what, I need to get back in control. I need to be the one that decides what I want to do and not just let my mind say screw it. And every time that I would start to think a bad thought, or every time that I would want to go and overeat, I would just stop and take a deep breath and say no. And I would decide what I truly wanted to do, which was not binge eat. And it will take practice to do this, but your mind is extremely powerful. And everyone out there that starts to say, oh, well, I can't lose weight, I've tried everything, you know, I've talked about that, how you have not tried everything. But you also have to be very honest with yourself. You have to stop lying to yourself. Because if you say, well, I don't know what to do to lose weight, you're lying to yourself. And I'm sorry if that sounds offensive, but you are absolutely lying to yourself. Knowing how to lose weight is one Google search away. Even if you don't want to watch my videos, I have a ton of videos, top videos for weight loss. It's a playlist where I go over all kinds of tips and tricks on how you can lose weight. But people still say, well, I don't know what to do. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? I don't understand how to do that. Do you know how many things I did that were not optimal for losing weight, yet I still continue to lose weight? Even though it may not have been optimal, even though it may not have been the best idea for me to do these things, at least I was doing something and making the split-second decision to do what I thought was the right thing to do. Even though it may have not been the right thing to do. And I've learned from mistakes. I've learned from failures. Okay, that was not the right decision. Let me go and make a better one. You know, but if you just sit there and you say, I don't know what to do, and you throw your hands up and you just say, I don't feel like going to the gym because I don't even know what I'm doing there, you have to stop lying to yourself, because every bit of information on pretty much anything you want to do in life is now readily at your fingertips. Google. And it will take time to do some research, but if you truly care about what you're trying to do, you have no issue doing that research. I sat there for hours and hours and hours every single day when I started losing weight, just looking at videos, reading blogs. I mean, everything you want to do, there is someone that has done it and has listed a step-by-step process on how to do it. So there's no reason that you can say, I don't know how, because that's a lie. And you have to stop that. So once you have decided, okay, what I want to do is possible, because losing weight is 100% possible for anyone out there. So you have to know what I'm trying to do is possible. Now I just have to decide every moment to do what I need to do to reach that goal that I've set for myself. So in the morning, I've had questions. You know, I make a lot of these black and white videos off of the comments that I get a lot. And one comment that I see a lot is like, hey man, how do you get up in the morning and go to the gym? I'm so tired, blah, 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 blah. And it's that I don't even give myself an option. And by me not giving myself an option, it has become a habit just to, when the alarm goes off, I get up. I don't give myself an option to remain comfortable. I don't give myself an option to even debate if I'm going to go. It's alarm went off, I'm up and I'm getting ready and I'm going, and that's it. So you have to, that's a big reason that I say to stop looking for a diet, stop looking for a shortcut, because these fad diets and these shortcuts that you decide to try are only going to last so long. So if you try to do something and it works for a while, because I get these comments all the time, oh man, I've lost 50 pounds by doing this, I don't even exercise, I don't do nothing, I just do this, I lost 50 pounds, it's easy. But have you kept that weight off? And have you kept it off for multiple years And have you changed your life? And for most of these people that just lose this weight and then they're, oh, it's easy, they usually have a lot more weight to lose and they have not maintained their weight loss. You need to start thinking about your life in the long run. Not what's going to happen if you can do these things over and over and over. You can do this fad diet over and over and over, but in the long run, you're not going to be eating the way that fad diet says. Okay, so let's say you wanted to do a juice diet. You're not going to only be drinking juice for the rest of your life. So you need to start thinking, I need to make decisions that will form new habits, that will form good habits that I can do for the rest of my life. So you start to look at other people's videos. It doesn't even have to be my videos. You research, you read books, and you say, wow, all this information, and you start to see things that are going to work best for you. You start to find times to go to the gym that work best for you. You start to do things at the gym that you enjoy doing. And like I've said, even if you don't want to go to the gym, just being active, forming a good habit of being an active individual and not just sitting and hoping that the results are going to just sweep you by. And I feel like that's a lot of people's issue, is that they just hope that if they want it, it'll just happen. But you have to put in some sort of effort. And that effort is going to be those minuscule seconds every time you're deciding if you want to eat the hamburger or if you want to have something that may be a lot less calories and you can feel fuller, because the number one thing to losing weight is how hungry you are. So the more that you can keep yourself satiated, the longer you can continue to lose weight and the more successful you will be. Now, I've talked about in other videos how at some point, very far down the line, you might just be hungry. And for me, when I was binge eating, there were times that I was hungry, but I knew I had more than enough calories that I didn't need anymore. My body did not need any more calories. I had enough, but I was like, I just want to eat. I just want to eat. You are going to have to fight off these thoughts. And I'm telling you, it's just that moment in time where you're deciding what you're going to do. You can screw up or you can keep pushing forward towards your goal. I hope this video made sense. And I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I feel like so many people would be so much more successful if they stopped second guessing themselves. Stop trying to say, oh, I can't lose weight because I have this excuse. I have this going on in my life. I can't do this because of this. And just realize that it is possible. And now I just need to do what I know I need to do to be where I want to be. And like I've said, you can make mistakes. You can make short failures, you can do all this, but you'll learn from that as long as you continue to try to reach a certain goal and you don't just say, screw it, I quit. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. And if you guys enjoy this black and white series, please go on down, drop a thumbs up, it really helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.